So, we have the much-awaited teaser trailer for Apple TV's Monarch Legacy of the Monsters, which is a part of Legendary's MONSTERVERSE. It now has an official release date of the 17th of November. In my last video, I said, Godzilla from the MONSTERVERSE almost seems like a Disney princess after watching the trailer for Toho's upcoming movie, Godzilla -1. I know that was a bit of an exaggeration, but what I tried to tell all of you was that the Godzilla that we got to see in the -1 trailer was so insanely scary and menacing that I could almost feel his presence through my TV screen. And that was something that was clearly missing in the MONSTERVERSE movies since Godzilla 2014, which is still my personal favorite Godzilla movie. However, this trailer for Legacy of Monsters gives you the feeling that the franchise is trying to embrace the true dark nature of Godzilla once again. Of course, it is not going to be as dark and scary and menacing as Toho's Godzilla -1. Let us not forget that this show is a part of Legendary's MONSTERVERSE. So it will have a fantastical and campy element to it. But, this little trailer, especially that final shot of Godzilla, is way better and respectful of the character than the last two MONSTERVERSE movies, Godzilla vs. Kong as well as King of the Monsters. This trailer makes Godzilla feel like this dark, mysterious monster once again who is the protector of Mother Nature. You see Godzilla as the protector of the planet, not the protector of humans. He is not one of your Marvel superheroes who is going to save the people of the planet from a purple alien. He is not someone who you can just give a hug, have a cup of coffee with and take an autograph. He is the scariest monster that you can imagine, and in fact, he is not just any monster. He is the one and only king of the monsters. And that is what makes me a fan of the character in the first place. That is what I tried to tell my viewers in my last video, but some of you hated me for pointing that out. But it is what it is, and you can totally have your own opinion about Godzilla. The trailer also confirms that we are going to see a few other titans in this show. The interesting part is that we have lots of shots from Skull Island as well. We even see a small glimpse of Bill Randa in the trailer. But the main takeaway is that this show is going to be primarily about the organization, Monarch. We will get to know its history and how it came into being, what were its primary motives, and also some dark secrets which they managed to hide from the world. I told you before in a couple of my previous videos that this show will revolve around the family of retired Army officer Lee Shaw. This character will be played by two actors, Kurt Russell and his son in real life, Wyatt Russell. Before I go further, I just want to quickly request you to subscribe to my channel and leave a like on this video. It truly is the only thing that motivates me to keep making more such awesome contents. Okay, let us get back to the main topic. As you can see right here in the trailer, this is Kurt Russell in the role of retired Monarch Army officer Lee Shaw. Now this is a character which has been taken directly from the comic book called Godzilla Awakening. It is being reported that this show will be a loose adaptation of this comics. Let me give you a brief summary of Godzilla Awakening so that you can get a proper background of Officer Lee Shaw. Officer Lee Shaw is one of the founders of Monarch, which initially was a joint military unit formed by the Japanese and the United States Army. The primary objective of this organization was to eliminate and kill off the massive unidentified terrestrial organisms, the MUTOs, which started popping up in different parts of Japan after the atomic bombings in Hiroshima. They started making special kinds of nuclear bombs to eliminate these titans. These bombs can also be seen clearly in the trailer in these shots with the Monarch symbol on them. Here we see a young Lee Shaw, which is being played by actor Wyatt Russell. This is shortly after the atomic bombings in Japan, probably the late 1960s or early 1970s. I do not know about you, but this gives me serious Oppenheimer vibes. Coming back to the trailer, this right here is Officer Lee Shaw's daughter, Mika Shaw, played by actress Anna Sawai, who also works for Monarch currently. It is reported that she uncovers some very dark secrets about Monarch and her father during the course of this series. In this shot, Officer Lee Shaw says that his mission was to protect the world and also Godzilla's world. Here we can see this person putting a red sign on Godzilla's logo on one of the missiles. To understand this, we have to go back to the events of the Godzilla Awakening comics. According to eyewitnesses, whenever a MUTO appeared and caused destruction, a large crocodile-like titan appeared from under the ocean and killed off the MUTOs. Now, at this point, we are introduced to Dr. Serizawa's father, who was also one of the founders of Monarch. He first named this large titan as Godzilla, and according to his research, Godzilla is almost 250 million years old, and at that time, the world was 10 times more radioactive than it is today. He was of the opinion that Godzilla was not an enemy but a hero whose entire purpose was to restore the balance within Mother Nature. We saw during the events of King of the Monsters 2019 that this belief was also shared by his son, Dr. Serizawa. And even Officer Lee Shaw, being a good friend of Serizawa's father, trusted him and was against the use of nuclear weapon on Godzilla. So, that is something which becomes very clear from his statements in the trailer. I think this shot right here is set in the 1960s during one of Monarch's attempts to drop the nuclear bomb on Godzilla. This looks like a better first-person view of the same sequence from the opening credits of Godzilla 2014. We also see few shots of Skull Island where we see a few other titans. The most prominent one among them is Kumanga right here, who was rumored to be part of the show, and now it seems that he is confirmed. If you remember, he was teased at the end of King of the Monsters after the final battle. He first appeared in the movie Son of Godzilla 1967. This show would give us a better introduction to this giant spider within the Monsterverse. And then, we see some shots of the Golden Gate Bridge from Godzilla 2014. This makes it very clear that the show is set in the year 2014 with occasional glimpses of the post-atomic bombing era. And most importantly, at the very end, we get an amazing view of Godzilla roaring in all his glory. I think his design in this single shot looks way better than his look in the last two Monsterverse movies, Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong. I am very excited and happy that we are getting two amazing Godzilla projects, Godzilla -1 and Monarch Legacy of Monsters, in the next couple of months. This series is going to have 10 episodes, and as per rumors a second season is already in development. So, that is all for this video. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments down below. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.